He's been trying to tell you today, and I say this gently. Your user agreement sucks.
Oh, shit.
My name is your worst enemy, motherfucker. Happy Friday.
I don't want to show you.
Happy Friday.
What the fuck?
Facebook, a place where your mother, your grandma, your great-grandma, their moms and dads all dwell still. Feels like a collective breeding ground for all the old people to come together and say very, very cringy shit.
I'm your huckleberry, buddy. I'm your fucking huckleberry.
It's a place where boomers can come together and rejoice and give each other invites to cocktail hours at their local dive bar, or where they're going to meet up for their pickleball games on Tuesday nights. But it's also a place for them to be very confused and hostile. It really does feel like a gorilla pen in a weird way. But today I wanted to go back into this forbidden territory like a Russian spy and sneak in and see what's going on Facebook. Today we're partnered with GamerSupps. Now, listen, I like a nice Red Bull every once in a while, right? But I don't like how it turns my blood to oil. I'm already a fat piece of enough. So I like having something that's zero sugar, keto friendly, and gives me that little that I need in the morning. You know what I mean? Just that nice.
He gets the ass.
Which is why today we're partnered with GamerSupps. It's an amazing company. Out of all the products that I really honestly sponsor, GamerSupps is the tastiest. It's the most reliable. I love GamerSupps so much. Unironically, drink it almost every day. It's amazing. Even today, this morning, I had the new Cajo's Bloody Orange. Don't even know what the that Cajo is. No idea. Delicious flavor though. And then I go to some of my other favorites like Anime Girl Thigh. And of course, my good buddy Wubby has his brand wrist flavor that's amazing. Great branding. It's just all around great products. And also you get free samples if you use my promo code PAPAMeat. Get some nice samples, and I swear to God, you're gonna be saying, ooh, I gotta buy some of these. These are delicious. They also have brilliant waifu cups. High quality stuff. Great art on them too. It's a fun little treat for the whole gang. Maybe not for extremely young people. These can get kind of graphic sometimes. Also, P.S. I have my own waifu cup coming very soon. Be on the lookout for that. It's a long-term sponsorship. It helps me.
Did you see it?
So please use promo code PAPAMeat at your checkout, or try out some of the products. I'm telling you, once you try it, you'll be hooked. It's fantastic. Thank you so much, GamerSupps, for being a partner with us. For real, you guys rule. Back to the video. And sneak in and see what's going on Facebook with all these people, because I hear some weird stuff's going on. I hear some people have been saying some things. What are they? Let's find out. I've been trying yoga for about a week now, and whenever I try to do the downward dog pose, I always slip a nug. I'm pretty embarrassed that I'm slipping nugs at my age. Any tips or tricks for nug slippage? And of course, someone asks, what is a nug? With a confused, like, laughing. What's a nug? And then the Smith person, a nug is when you poo your pants by accident. Oh. Wow. Sue says, I use my waffle maker for many things, like grilled cheese and French toast. Sue, why are you yelling? That's what all capital letters mean. For your information, it's rude. And Sue says, because I have a difficult time seeing. Yeah. What would be rude, Juanita, is calling you a bitch. Sue, don't play around, dude. I think if your eyes are just fucked up, you don't deserve to be online. If you can't see what we see, shame on you. Harry's calling me.
Oh, I thought it was
this is kind of funny, but we can't go to Qdoba.
Cross-eyed people or something.
It's on a military base.
The Qdoba's on a military base?
Too distracting, I agree.
Yeah, it told me to turn somewhere, and then I was like, oh shit, there's like a toll booth here. There's a guy standing outside in like tactical gear, and then people were handing him something, and I was like, what do I need to hand you? And he was like, oh, you have to have a pass to go on here.
Did you try doing stolen valor and getting in there to get Qdoba?
He said it's not that hard to get a pass, but I have to go to this place and do a background check, and I'm assuming it won't be like
God, for Qdoba, fuck that, fuck that.
Yeah, that's why I was.
Let's just test it. Let's risk it all and try Chipotle.
Oh, no.
I'll have diarrhea again, but I hope not.
Well, at least you don't have to fly for a couple more days, you know. So
yeah, that's good. All right, fuck you, Harry. 8 pounds. 8 pounds. I have lost 8 pounds since July. This is very magical. I'm going on a diet right now, and I need to, whenever I lose 8 pounds, I'll be sure and post this to my Instagram so you guys can see. I have lost 8 pounds since July. Also, it's October. I don't really know if that's that big of a feat, dude. 8 pounds. I had to go to hell and back, but I was able to do it. I did have some cheat days, though. Wait, what? Yo, look at this. 60-year-old coworker has been texting me every day for over a year. 9:11 a.m. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Poor bastard. This is actual mental torture. I wonder what. I bet Joel's like, why does he never text anything back? Mom memes. Latching on to mommy's titty without biting. Drinking the weird funny liquid under the sink. Today's iPad addicted babies. Wait, did they format this like a fucking manga? Well, today's iPad addicted babies, and then you read left. Drinking the weird funny liquid under the sink, latching onto mommy's titty without biting. This is how we lost Jason. Dude, Facebook's emojis are so funny. Like the little like smiley face man like coddling the heart like this. Someone put a tear. You know, some older one too. It's just like, that's sad. Dude, I want to latch onto mommy's titty. I want to see the woman's titty who did this. Latching onto mommy's titty without biting. Whatever, dude. You look so glamorous. Like this. I have COVID. You look so glamorous. I have COVID. I have definitely received many texts like this from my own grandmother. Hope you have a great day. I hurt my knee. I really wish that we could have seen the picture that the old woman thought somebody looked glamorous too, because I bet it's like a big fucking gross son of a bitch.
Yeah, but that's my little granddaughter, Becky. You look glamorous. Can you please come over here and compress my chest and try to fill my lungs with air?
Megan Fox. Meg and Fox naked. This isn't Google, Dad. What a man. Yeah, I kind of like the idea that a man just puts it out there. Megan Fox naked. Someone show me. Also like just the space. Meg and Fox naked. Somebody doing the question mark is pretty good. Yeah, this isn't Google, Dad. Crying, laughing emoji. We need to get the fucking crying, laughing emoji out of here. Are you really just like, yes! Yes! Megan Fox naked. How to dispose of a body quickly. Dad? Why do my hands smell like pennies?
Happy birthday to my wonderful husband. Hope he's enjoying the day, even though we did not do anything to really celebrate anymore. We did get a new puppy a few weeks ago. His name is Oreo, and he's black and white. He will not shed dog hair all over. He will stay small.
It's weird. It sounded very normal at the beginning, and then it got more and more where I'm like, where is this person from? He will not shed dog hair all over. He will stay small. It's an atrocity that 18 people like this. But there's 19 comments. There was definitely some questionable things asked. Merry Christmas, Martin. Merry Xmas and happy 76th birthday, Martin. You have COVID and respiratory tract infection. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. I do like this crying emoji though. Oh shit, really? See, now a lot of people would say this reads passive aggressive, but to this person, she's just kind of getting it all out in one swing. That's one thing about boomers that I've noticed is that they don't like to do the back and forth.
Shit,
it's all just, it's up front. Where daughter? Where daughter? Looking for my daughter. Search for Laura on Facebook. Are you there, Laura? Person's like looking into a cave. Are you there, Laura? That one's kind of sad too, honestly. Good morning, neighbors. I was just wondering if anyone knows of any 3-bedroom houses to rent in the surrounding areas of blank. Please thank you in advance. Houses.
You got two options.
I like how they put up the poll too. It's a pretty good split though, to be fair. 62-38, that's not the hugest margin, but yeah, no, I mean, houses is pulling ahead. Even though you'd think houses would, that's kind of good. Houses. My vehicle had been damaged by young criminal men. That's another thing too, is I want to know who's the first person who did a fucking, what are these called? Memojis or whatever?
Oh, Bitmojis.
Or Bitmojis? Whoever came with Bitmojis needs to be fucking thrown out of a window. My vehicle's been damaged by young criminal men! Shouting to the rooftops. God, these Facebook emotes are terrible. Look at the Mr. Beast face one.
Oh!
No way! Punch.
Punch.
There's a couple things with punch
word.
that we have to understand. One,
that's like a knitted punch.
Either this is the happiest this man's ever been, or two, his wife made him put this on for the photo, which I'm guessing it's the latter. But then three, charging $35 for this fucking poncho is unbelievable. And also, he looks so uncomfortable.
That punch.
It looks like a comfortable poncho, but 35, come on. My boy named Punch. I'm gonna name my dog Punch. Oh, You know,
Yeah, I'm
I
saying
think
it's a
that
good word,
Facebook
yeah.
isn't going to go anywhere, and I'm okay with that.
Up and up.
I think that when I get to a certain age, I'm wondering what age it is exactly, I'm going to be right there with them. I think they, you know, herd you back in with the group, and I'm going to worship Mark Zuckerberg like a god. But, you know, it's nice to know that after all this time in these years that good old boomer Facebook and boomers on the internet haven't changed. It's been good old fun. And I think, you know, one day I can't wait to join them. And until then, I'm going to be young and cool. Sorry, something got my eye for a second.
Let's do Ethan.
Hi, I think we can all agree there's too many TikToks now. There's too many TikToks and there's too many people who want to make TikToks. Anyone making a TikTok going forward has to go to jail. Imagine yourself in this scenario. You're enjoying a delicious IHOP meal, and from the adjacent booth, you hear music, and you look over and someone is filming a TikTok reacting to their pancakes. What do you do? How do you kill her? I'm joking. Of course. I love TikTok and I love IHOP. But what I don't love is filming people in public while being cringe. This don't be weird. And a lot of people were taking the side of the person in the back. It's the girl in the back for me. That's me. I'm her. No, you're not her. You're not at the IHOP. You're behind a screen watching. Some people say the hate for this video is unwarranted and that the girl in the back was overreacting or being rude. And I can't watch this video in good conscience and ever think something like that. Something about this video just, I don't like it. Stop moving like that. Why is she doing that with her mouth? The original TikTok has 21 million views. The biggest repost of it on Twitter has 51 million views. And it's been reposted at least a dozen times on every platform, with not insignificant numbers each time I see it. But the common thread is that everyone hates this lady. They hate her. And I mean, it is cringe. She did set up a whole entire tripod with music probably playing out loud to do this in the IHOP. And for what? Those pancakes? I don't like them. Who cummed on those? Who cummed on those pancakes? I wouldn't eat that. I probably also would have looked at her exactly like this, because this is a confusing thing to see in real life. Oh God, why is she doing that? She goes on too long. It's like timeless and emptiness. Nothing from IHOP is that good. I have to agree with that. Some people just hate seeing happiness. Said the guy who doesn't show his face in the profile. And let me ask you, can you find a job with that cringe tattoo in your face? Oh my God. The girl who posted that TikTok is mean. The girl in the background is so mad for what? I don't know, maybe she didn't have her food yet. No, she does. You can see that that's not what she's mad about. People kind of pointed this out in the comments, but it would be really funny to be the waiter in that position, handing an adult their food as they're like wiggling around to music like a toddler. So sorry about the wait. Here's your food. Whoa! Oh, I think they got me. Hey, what's going on here? That's my son. You just stabbed my son. I hope she tipped this person, but I don't know if she did. I guess I never read the caption. It says, my hangriness leaving my body at the moment I have my food. So is she the hangriness? Who's the hangriness? All the I'm the girl in the back comments made me sick. It made me sick to see people calling you cringe. It made me sick. So this person actually posted this TikTok twice. The second time she zoomed in on the girl in the background, and this one did get another 5 million views. So she's smart for that. Lady in the back was like, act your big age. Well, you are old and sad doesn't mean I need to be old and sad, and age doesn't scare me. Sadness does, petty girl. Who is this person? We love her. Poor you. Oh, she's so bitter. I just keep picturing her setting up a tripod, playing the sound super loud, and doing multiple takes. You totally wrong, because I did it in silence.
Did they add a
You
cough?
guys are just trying to share the miserable of your hearts. I feel bad for you guys, but not for myself. No, I think she was feeling secondhand embarrassment at your behavior.
that
Said
Tim
Donald
Russell did that?
Trump. All right, she got him with that one. That was good. Girl in the back is me, and I'm the girl in the back. For a black guy hating an other person, that's food for thought. Society doesn't make you suffer with hate
jeez,
too.
what?
Interesting. Okay, I don't know what she's trying to say there. I guess like you as a black person are hating me, and yet society hates you.
Gotcha.
Interesting. That's some food for thought. Me when I'm about to eat my food for thought. I'm sure everyone's reaction would have been the same. It's weird behavior seeing this randomly at a restaurant. People are sad as your Pikachu these days, man. I do actually agree with that person.
Your Pikachu.
Anyone would turn around. I don't even feel like this person overdid it. I would probably give a much dirtier look because I would just be confused. This is confusing. Why are you moving like that? That's probably how I would do it. This comment section did not disappoint. You are mean, lady. Ever try practicing kindness? She is looking at you because you're annoying everyone around you. Ever tried therapy? You should, just saying. She trying to get a BetterHelp sponsorship? What is this? This is so embarrassing for you. Embarrassment is my middle name, cartoon named Devin. Or should I say devil? Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh.
I didn't know she would stoop that low. Calling someone a devil is a pretty awesome insult, though. I mean, it's not like awesome, it's not a good insult. Come on, man, you're just a devil. Listen, I think this person knows what they're doing by reposting this TikTok and replying to hater comments.
It's one of my favorite things
As
that
weird
Nick
as
does
some of
is
the replies
pretend
are.
like-
It's good for engagement. It's boosting her account. But what else is she posting?
When he does it.
I feel like she's doing this wrong. So other than the slideshow one single picture posts, she posts like clips from her TikTok lives. What do I even say about that? It's been a long time since I've been on TikTok live, but is that what it is now? And this one I only clicked on because I was very confused at what the description was. I don't think I can read it out loud, but I'll let you read it. Doesn't have anything to do with the TikTok though.
No, James! No way! No one can do that.
Your guess is as good as mine as to what any of that means. I guess these are like competitions where people pay more for the person to win and you get like a lion for it. This reminds me of like a slot machine. I think gambling does have a little more value than this though.
I ain't ready for this.
I've seen a lot of people saying she's just having fun, leave her alone, and I don't think she is. I think at the level of farming your life for content where you're setting up a phone tripod at the IHOP to do a little dance while the waiter brings you your food, you're not having fun anymore. And I think that's a great point. Is this fun? Is she having fun? Is this genuine joy that people are getting mad at, or are people getting mad at the artificial joy that they see because it's on TikTok? I think it's the second one, actually.
Oh, James! Hello, James.
Like, of course, this looks fun. It has to. If it didn't look fun, there really wouldn't be a purpose to the content existing at all. They're supposed to be having fun. Otherwise, it's, you know, the Ethan is Online channel. And yeah, something can be annoying and irritating without it doing direct harm. Not everything has to be a life or death situation for people to be upset about it. And I don't know, I feel like if this girl had a little more self-awareness in the way she represented herself online, she probably could have rode this and made it a joke. Instead, she got kind of defensive about it, and I don't think that was the right move.
We stay one fight. It's a fight, corgi. It's one fight.
Like, I don't know, maybe they're having a great time. Maybe this is super fun for them and this is just what they're passionate about doing. I'm not against women having fun. I respect women and I support women. Oh, she's having so much fun. What does this even say? Evolve, renegade, odor, smell, internet? What is this? But as much as I support women,
Yeah, what is
I
that?
also support hating. So hate away, because this is cringe. And you know what? I'll say it again. The pancakes look bad. I guess the lesson to take from this video is that you never know when you could be filmed and be the subject of a viral TikTok. It could be happening right now. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please click like if you had a good time, or subscribe for more videos just like this every week. What do you think of the IHOP drama? Does this girl deserve the death sentence or not? Tell me in the comments. And make sure to watch the next video now.
Like? Okay. Oh, I need to change so my tab is showing what the thing is. That changed for all of them. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. Okay, next video.
I mean, do you really in your heart?
Why would it be a shtick?
Because
Yeah, I mean, you
birds
report
everywhere.
You report on UFOs in the show, yes?
Well, I don't report on them.
UFOs are. I mean, I respect what you guys talk about on here. You're letting bird robots on the show.
I hope he's a troll. I'll be honest with you. At this point, I don't care. I don't care. It's too glorious. It's gotten too great. Keep going. Whatever. I want to see him meet the president. I want to see like Joe Biden have to deny that he in fact is spying on every single American citizen via an army of birds. I want to see it go all the way to the top, baby. Okay, fam, if you know me, you know I love comedy and I love a good bit. And I have a lot of respect for comedians who are willing to dedicate themselves to their craft, or people who are willing to actually start entire political movements like the Birds Aren't Real movement. I first saw this absolute minstrel of, I don't even know how to, profess how incredible this entire thing is, the fact that it's grown. It really speaks, I think, to Gen Zs, by the way, and just kind of sometimes a little bit of the nihilism and sometimes the feeling of doomerism that comes with living in a world in which you're just like, hey, so there's a lot of problems. Yes, we do. And you have the resources to fix the problems. Yes, we do. But you're not going to. No, we're barreling towards this whole climate catastrophe thing, and we're not stopping. But we're going to pretend like we're doing things in the meantime. I can see why that's pretty grim. If you were younger and you're just watching, because you're just like, but you know what to do and you have the ability to do something about it. We're just not, oh god, we're not going to do anything. Okay, so that's pretty much where I think something like Birds Aren't Real came from. Birds Aren't Real, if you don't know, is a movement that claims that there's no such thing as birds. They aren't real. They're actually robots controlled by government entities, and they're used to spy on individuals. Because if you've ever truly thought of it, have you seen the inside of a bird? And if your answer is yes, I've seen thousands of dead birds, well then perhaps you bought in too, and you're one of the sheeple. Like, that's just, I'm sorry, I can't speak for you.
Gen Z is full of some amazing men, women, and children that are aiming for change. And I think that is, just what our movement's all about.
But it's more than just Gen Z's falling for conspiracy theories. Why?
Oh my god, I'm so nervous, I'm so sorry.
Well, we hope you're okay. I can give you some time to collect yourself if you need help.
See, like, it's one thing to basically get to a point where the media starts taking you seriously, as they are now taking the birds aren't real movement seriously, and then to just keep fucking with them. Oh, this makes me so happy. So this was the first one I ever saw, and I was like, oh, this is brilliant. I'm fully on board. Birds aren't real. I'm a member. Consider me an acolyte. But it's gotten to a point now where Fox News have taken them so seriously that they had to make it a debunk episode to prove that birds are in fact real.
We can't run a DMV, but we can control every bird in the sky.
We can. I mean, and I appreciate you allowing me to share this information on here. A lot of the media won't let me talk about
Is this
stuff.
a shtick? I mean, do you really in your heart?
Why would it be a shtick?
Because
yeah, I mean, you report
everywhere.
You report on UFOs in this show, yes?
Well, I don't report on them.
UFOs are, I mean, I respect what you guys talk about on here. You're letting bird robots on the show? You're letting UFOs in this show?
So do you think that, I could see the government using some birds maybe as drones?
Look, I'm not gonna go all out and say that everything you're saying is foolish, made up, or imaginary. All right, I'm gonna meet you halfway. This is good faith. All right, I'm coming at you in good faith. Some of the birds may not be real, some, but not all of them. You have to understand that's foolish. There are some real birds. We wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for evolution. If there wasn't birds. I love this so much.
To disguise them, but you're saying all birds, the pigeons here in New York City.
Every bird in every pigeon here in New York City.
We can't run a
every
DMV,
bird.
but
What
we
the
can
heck?
control every bird.
I'm so happy.
The question is, are birds real? I would say yes, but others seem to not agree. They believe the government replaced birds with deep state agents who surveil the American citizenry.
Do you understand how this whole thing was crafted? Just engineered from its very origin to appeal to you? Like, hey, y'all like government conspiracies, right? Oh yeah. Y'all like the government doing bad stuff and being ineffective, or perhaps trying to control us, mind control us. Yeah, yeah, that's all true, right? Yeah, definitely. Did you know they're doing it through the birds?
Is it crazy? Sure it is. It's also the subject of a new Fox Nation special, Birds Are Fake.
This is going to be annoying because you already got a dark magic
I need to know the budget. I
Nice.
need to know how much money you spent debunking this. Please tell me it was lots of money.
Take a look.
The birds are dirty, smelly. The extermination of our pigeon population.
And I mean, I'm laughing, right? But obviously this plays into what I've been talking to you all about for a long time. False consciousness. This is something that's been spoken about a lot on the left, and that, you know, Fox News and a lot of these big entities, big corporate entities, by the way, they exist primarily to distract you from the actual things that cause your lives fucking woe. And they do that through a variety of means. That's why you get a Tucker Carlson interviewing a dude who's like, I sucked Obama off. And he's like, well, this is fucking, yeah, I gotta platform this for sure. Yeah, I mean, he did say that he sucked Obama off, so the platform you. Or fucking how M&Ms aren't sexy, how fucking Mr. Potato Head is non-binary now. All that shit, distractions, spreading false consciousness, getting you scared, worried, upset, terrified. You know, you live in this kind of fucking Bo's afraid world where every 2 seconds someone is coming to attack you. Yeah, and then this is obviously just like slop. You know, just the very slop that Fox Nation, of course, is going to be like, well, we have to debunk this. Yeah, prime time.
You're a human being. We're here in a dungeon, and birds are robots.
It is a bird brain theory.
Just because it's a theory doesn't mean that it is a bunch of nonsense.
56 years I've been doing these pigeons. I think I know what I'm talking about.
This is a coordinated effort
I've been doing
to
these pigeons.
systematically remove all of the birds.
Oh, this makes me happy.
Why should we be concerned about that?
He's gotten a lot better, by the way, because like you notice in the first couple times I saw him doing TV interviews and shit, he was breaking a bit, obviously, because like I would break so hard if I got to that level. If I was like, holy shit, I'm sitting across a fucking Jesse Waters right now who's legitimately taking me seriously. That's a tough act to just hold in character.
Birds Are Fake. The conspiracy is out now on Fox Nation, and Peter McAdoo, the public information officer of Birds Aren't Real. So, Peter, you're telling me you believe that there are no living birds?
I believe it. I know it, actually.
You know it?
I know it as proof, yes.
All birds?
Every bird in the U.S. I know.
Does that include chickens?
Is a chicken a bird?
A chicken's a bird.
A chicken's a bird.
So I just fed my chickens.
A chicken's a bird.
You're part of the problem.
Back home, they didn't seem to be robots.
Yeah, that's kind of how biotechnology works. The government's making biohybrids where there are birds and...
Look at this B-roll.
robots that the government's combining. Annie Jacobson's done some great work on this.
So you're saying they have human characteristics, the eyes, the wings?
Not human characteristics, they have bird characteristics. What the
The
government
wings
did
have
from
human,
1959 to
yeah,
2001,
human
they
characteristics
systematically
like
replaced
wings.
every bird in the sky with a government surveillance drone replica that looks identical to a real bird, spies on us every day. So when you walk outside, I mean, there's probably, 100 cameras in here. There's more cameras outside than there are.
So hold on, we can't win foreign wars and we can't run a DMV, but we can control every bird in the sky?
We can. I mean, and I appreciate you allowing me to share this information on here. A lot of the media won't let me talk about
Is this a shtick? I mean, do you really in your heart?
Why would it be a shtick?
Because
I mean, you
birds
report
everywhere.
You report on UFOs in this show, yes?
Well, I don't report on them.
UFOs are. I mean, I respect what you guys talk about on here. You're letting bird robots on the show.
I hope he's a troll. I'll be honest with you. At this point, I don't care. I don't care. It's too glorious. It's gotten too great. Keep going. Whatever. Fucking. I want to see him meet the president. I want to see, like, fucking Joe Biden have to deny that he, in fact, is spying on every single American citizen via an army of birds. I want to see it go all the way to the top, baby.
You're letting UFOs in this
show?
show?
So do you think I could see the government using some birds maybe as drones to disguise them, but you're saying all birds, the pigeons here in New York City?
Every bird, in every pigeon here in New York City. And I mean, it's really an epidemic. It's a birdemic.
But this is a real theory. There are real.
It's a birdemic too.
Good reference.
People out there.
Yes, the real theory. It's been going on since the 80s. It's on the media. You can find it. It's just like really everything else out there. Truth is subjective. There's different proof for different things.
True.
And if you do your own research, look into it, you might find that out.
There you go. Go to Fox Nation. Birds are fake. We're looking into this theory or conspiracy theory.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey.
Thank you so much. Apparently, he's already gotten to the point of giving TED Talks and shit too. The Nobel Prize Association. Oh, this is so dangerous for me. It's okay. I've healed well, by the way. I'm good. I cannot explode. All right. The doctors did incredible work.
What's happening here? Y'all, do y'all have a leader? What's happening?
An appendix scare?
Is there a leader? Do you have a leader? Okay, wait, listen, hold on, can you come up here? Can you come up here? Like,
And now we live in a world where 12 billion birds are surveilling us every second. Is that okay with you?
wait a minute, do you have proof of this?
Oh, we have a lot of proof. Yeah, I mean, the proof is all around us. The proof is...
1 second, I want to find the TED Talk.
And replacing these birds with sophisticated robot replicas.
My oh my, what a beautiful bluebird. But what if I told you that you were actually in grave danger, and you should not be thinking, my oh my, what a beautiful bluebird, but my oh my, how do I get out of here as fast as possible? Please, open your eyes. Welcome to the world that we live in. My name is Connor.
And I'm Peter.
And for the last 5 years, we've been traveling across the United States in a cargo van, claiming that between 1959 to 2001, the United States government killed every single real bird and replaced them with robot replicas that look like, mimic, and act like real birds in every single way.
So I don't know how TEDx works exactly. I can't afford it. Like whenever I see TEDx comes to Vancouver or whatever, I'm like, oh, interesting. Maybe I'll go see some ideas. And it's like, oh, the tickets start at $700. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, okay. Well, enjoy your ideas. I will watch the YouTube video later. So I don't know if you sign up specifically, like as if you're going to a film festival for specific speakers. I'd like to hope that this conference though was basically you sign up for a bunch of stuff and people just came across this as in like in the midst of like, and this is why we're going to have this new form of connectivity between so many different kinds of communications and technology. Thank you very much, everybody. We're on applause. All right, coming up next, we have the Birds Aren't Real movement.
Shocking. I know.
Just breathe. Remain calm. This is your first time hearing this.
Anyone can buy a
When
time
we
slot to
first
speak
heard
at
this
TED?
information,
Really?
We were shocked. But you know what? We can tell you from experience that once you know the truth will
Oh, I know about the Sam Hyde shit. That sucks, by the way, because when I saw that was my intro to Sam Hyde, and I saw that, and I thought it was funny because someone was trolling TEDx. I was like, oh, that's just like funny that someone finally trolled them, you know, and like, you know, got away with it. And then he just turned out to be this fucking neo-fash piece of shit.
set you free. Say it with us. Once you know the truth, the truth will set you free.
It's a little term we coined.
Say it with us. That guy's smiling.
We call our
I
movement
saw one
Birds
guy
Aren't Real.
smiling. That one guy's into
Okay?
it.
And at this point, you might be thinking, huh, interesting. So, Mr.
I
and
am.
Mrs. Ted invited a couple conspiracy theory nut jobs on to talk about their
That
conspiracy
doesn't sound
theory.
like Mr. Ted. This is a pretty
No.
serious event.
But I can let you know that no, we are not serious. This is a satirical conspiracy theory, and we do not actually believe this. Okay? Peter here.
Fox News, I just saved you millions of dollars. Millions. Literally, I bet you your special on the Birds Aren't Real movement, millions. Probably, right? At least $200,000 put into that budget. At least. I could have saved you so much money. Again, so many of these places need internet man. Or just internet person, really. We don't need to gender this. But just internet person to sit in a room. And when a whole bunch of people are like, hey, should we re-release Morbius? Apparently, it's trending. Internet person in the back can just be like, yeah, I got this one. No. You will lose a lot of money. It's up to you. You could do this. It will be funny. It's gonna, the internet is gonna have a time. It's gonna be fucking funny. But you will not make money. You will lose lots of money by doing this. But to have that movie bomb twice, you know what? I'm gonna sit this one out. It's worth getting fired over. Internet person is about to lose his job because I gotta see this one play out.
My best friend Peter is going to tell you how it started.
Hey guys, I'm Peter. Hey.
Anyways, my like absolute hat goes off to this team of comedians for doing this, for getting as far as fucking Fox News having to do a full debunk video, you know, and multiple times and take you with any kind of seriousness. Like that's not only a good bit, but like it's a bit that you have played into successfully for a long ass time now. I think I first saw the Birds Aren't Real movement like a year ago, and I was like, well, this is darling. I have nothing but praise for this. I love a good act. I love a good bit. This is incredible. But like you've taken it to lengths I did not foresee when I initially saw that interview where you, I believe, intentionally just like fucking spit out your drink on live TV.
That was funny.
Do you enjoy the surfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying
check
this.
out
Well, we've got
the
the solution
Surf
for you.
Times
It's
on
the Surf
YouTube.
Times in podcast form. Available on most major
Like their
podcasting
video
networks
and
now.
subscribe
If you
to
enjoy
them,
it, please
they're
consider
great.
leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free. Just like
Penis in the butt, I'm crying. Oh man, I'm so fucked. Oh, let's watch Kitboga. I'm fucked.
Tech support scammers' main goal is to gain access to your computer. Once they do, they can lock your mouse and keyboard, hide your screen, look at your bank account, your private files, even view you through your webcam without you knowing. Essentially, they gain access not just to your computer, but your entire life. No matter how the scam starts, they're going to ask you to download some kind of remote connection tool like UltraViewer or AnyDesk.
Oh, my deck just fell off.
AnyDesk. Click on anydesk.exe. Did you open AnyDesk?
Yeah. You can imagine a group of scammers' excitement when a tool like this gets downloaded. Once it's set up, they can connect to a victim's computer anytime, even without them knowing. But we're going to use that against the scammers today. I'll download AnyDesk and do everything the scammers ask. But what they don't know is that I'm not a victim, and I'm communicating directly with AnyDesk, and anytime they connect to my computer, their entire call center is going to get shut down.
Which phone are you using right now? Is it an Android or is it an Apple iPhone?
Something called any page. Is it?
This first scammer connects to my computer, and I immediately send his connection code to AnyDesk. Okay.
Hello?
It's been reported. Oh, yeah, they almost immediately ban him, and he is not happy.
Yeah, I got disconnected. I was just talking to somebody, and then.
Fuck off, you know? Do you know how to f yourself? Yourself, motherfucker.
Oh. What happened?
Oh, motherfucker. Oh, motherfucker. Motherfucker. F yourself.
Are you having some technical difficulties?
Motherfucker. No, motherfucker.
Because I might be able to help.
The second he connected to me, I sent it to AnyDesk and he got banned. He can probably understand what's going on. He understands, because when one scammer gets banned, AnyDesk and their engineers can look at the entire network and ban any other scammer in the call center. So when dozens of scammers get banned, and then they lose access to 6 victims, they're having a bad time.
So basically what I did is I gave Kit an ID that was dead that we already banned, one of the scammer's IDs, and had him connect. I can see the scammer trying to connect to that ID. So then I grabbed his ID, and from that extrapolated his network info, and then looked at their whole network and took care of every single ID that had ever been generated on that network. So we intercepted and saved like probably 6-7 victims in that situation, because what I do is I stop the victims first. When we ban the victim and the victim goes offline, but this scammer is still online for a while, they're confused. They don't know what's going on. Their AnyDesk is online, but the victim is kicked off. They just try and reconnect until I refresh and take all of the IDs that they tried to use to reconnect and boot it off. And then they normally go on their phones, so what I'll do is I'll go and look at the victim's ID again, and I'll ban all their phones.
I like that they're confused, though. Not only is it funny, but it just gives you more like data and more ways to...
Really funny.
I'm going to connect to as many call centers as I can and get them shut down. A quick thank you to Aura for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos on the channel. I've been using them for over a year now to help keep my identity safe. I have them monitoring my name, emails, social security number, address, to see if it shows up in any data breaches or if some scammer is trying to steal my identity. A few years ago, every 6 seconds, someone in the US was a victim of identity theft, and that's what Aura was built around. They have an entire suite of tools to protect you and your family. Get started with an exclusive 21-day free trial at aura.com/kitboga.
This is Windows Defender. How can I help you?
Okay, I have a security warning, and I'm not 100% sure how I got it.
I'm calling you from Global Service Company.
And you work for the Secret Service, correct?
Even I am, definitely. We work for the Secret Services.
I have a bill, and it says that it's from PayPal for Bitcoin. I don't recognize this.
So can you tell me what were you exactly doing on the computer when you got this alert, sir?
I was looking up something on the internet that I'd rather not disclose to you.
What was your name again? Stevens?
No, Sam Smith.
Alright.
Didn't you hear the music of Sam Smith? Is like popular singer.
Not that guy.
What does it sound like?
Sorry?
Can you hum a tune? What does it sound like?
Actually, what best I will do, I will give you some basic troubleshooting steps to connect with the PayPal secure server. First of all, you need to type there
Okay.
www.anydesk.com. All right?
AnyDesk.
Any desk?
What did you type in the box? Like, did you type www in the beginning?
Yeah, I did the triple dub and then anydesk.com.
How many people work over there with you?
There are so many people who work in our company. What is the problem? Can you tell me?
It's just loud, is all.
Now, can you click on download now?
Yes.
It's at the bottom. At the bottom left hand.
All right, you need left. All right, you need to just open it. Like, double tap on it, double click on that, and open it.
Okay.
And let me know if there are any changes on the screen. Click on set password.
Okay.
Once you install a tool like AnyDesk, they're going to want you to set up a password, because then they can connect to your computer anytime they want, even when you're not using the computer, which can be devastating.
Isn't it supposed to be in uppercase? Because it's God's day?
Okay, so right now, sir, first of all, let me tell you, you're talking with John Combs. I'm a technician in Microsoft, okay?
I bet you are.
First of all, yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm saying thank you, sir. I appreciate your time.
Oh, okay.
Do you see a red square application? A red square with
Yes,
having
I
white
do.
diamond on it? Yeah, click on it. Click on it.
Okay.
Now, what do you see?
It has numbers.
I'm sending you the request. Click on I am aware of the risk. Did you hit enter?
Yes.
I just connected him like right to AnyDesk and he got instantly banned. So it's kind of funny. Oh, sick. He said they're on with 3 victims and we're cutting the connections now. Oh, wait, more than that? Oh, like 6 of them. Hey, you love to see it. Oh, he says this one's really big. They've used 50 IDs today. Just today. So like right now, just from the one ID, now they're able to like back trace it and see everything else that's happening. He said there's over 300 connections in the past 2 minutes of them all trying to reconnect to people's computers. I found out later that scam call center had connected to over 3,000 people in 4 months. Those scammers had been really busy setting up access to victims, and something to note is that when you install these connection tools, typically you can reconnect to the device very easily. AnyDesk looks something like this, and all of these screens below it are the previous connections that you've made. So as long as the computer is on, you can connect at any time you want. I don't know how to estimate the value of thousands of victim devices no longer being able to access by scammers. Though they may have been scammed initially, they would continue to connect to the computers, steal their personal information, identities, emails, documents, and continue to get them involved in more scams. And we've got a few more call centers, so these numbers are going to really add up.
And then type in your password.
What do you think is wrong? The other person told me that they were hacking me.
I just got word that...
Yes.
Oh, did
Yes,
you
you
see?
can
He's
try
looking
that.
around. I just got word that AnyDesk is working on banning
Do
everybody.
you see something
So-
moving on your computer?
So he might be getting concerned.
I just read that guy's
and
name.
he's still on my computer. So he's
Fucking
currently the
Mr.
only
Poop.
one who has... He's banned until I disconnect
Sorry, I was
from him.
eating something that was muted.
Hello?
It sounds like he just cut him off from 3. There were 3 people they were actively like trying to scam, frantically trying to reconnect to these people. So that's pretty cool too. They're in shambles right now. He's probably the only, if you can imagine, the way that this works is their whole call center, like I think it's like 16, 17 of them now can't use AnyDesk except for him. He's the only one connected to someone because it's connected to me, and AnyDesk knows that. So they're like, the second that I disconnect, he'll never be able to use AnyDesk again, right? So I'm imagining the whole office, they're like trying to reconnect to victims, which AnyDesk got them off of their computers and is trying to send messages to them to like let them know that it was a scam. And the whole call center is probably like, why is this guy? How are you not banned?
Do you remember the password of your email?
No.
What is your email?
I don't know.
He's trying to steal my Gmail account.
Okay, can you see that email that I have sent to you with a new QR code?
Yes.
You have to delete that email, okay? Delete it.
Why?
Move to trash, move to bin.
Does
Yes,
Joe want
delete
you to?
that email.
Joe wants me to delete it.
Yes,
Why? Well, why does he want it deleted?
because he will gonna send you an email from the government of United States mentioning you as a prominent leader of the complete security part.
I'm going to be a prominent leader now.
Yes.
Meanwhile, AnyDesk got to work banning 142 scammer devices at this call center.
Yeah, so delete that.
Can I be the president of Facebook?
Joe Biden will gonna let you know about it. You will be president of all the dating websites, okay?
All the dating websites? Golly.
Yes.
Hot dog.
Yes. Now delete that email, the new QR code. Delete it.
I'm going to be chatting with hot babes all day.
Quickly delete it.
I'm not convinced you work for the government.
Do you think you can directly talk to the president of the United States this
Yes.
way?
Where is he? I'm going to be the security commissioner of all of the dating websites in the world. You think he'd have 5 minutes to talk to me? You think? That's a very important position.
He is in a meeting.
Tell him to swipe right on me.
You know what?
The new commissioner of dating.
You are not obeying. You are not obeying the orders.
I outranked you. I'm sorry. That's just what happens sometimes. I have more experience than you.
I'm gonna
Do you
just
even know all
start
the
saying
laws
that to my friends.
of dating? Like I do?
I outrank you.
You are very stubborn.
Oh, he got disconnected from the AnyDesk, I bet.
Now we are running a security scan on your computer. That is going to take a little bit time, okay? Now what do you see on your computer screen?
It says security warning. IP.
Yeah.
Address hack 198 hacker found. Spy eye found. Bad limit 9,700. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny.
I don't know what that is. What is all that? 198 hacker?
Let me tell you, sir.
Where did you find where did you find him? Or what does that mean, I guess?
I found it from your ass, okay? I found it from your computer.
Your ass?
On my computer?
Oh, yes. Here. Right here.
I was changing his voice.
That can't be right, sir. That can't be right.
What do you want, man? Why you are wasting your and our time?
Why am I wasting? I just wanted to get my computer fixed. It doesn't seem like you have the capabilities to do that, though, do you?
Sir, I have, but right now I don't think you want me to fix your problem, okay?
What problem do I have? I definitely don't have 198 hacker. I'll tell you how I know. First of all, it would be 198 hackers, plural. I guess it could be you found a hacker named 198. Is that their username? Not to be confused with the hacker known as 4chan? Is the username of the hacker 198? I got word from AnyDesk that it was actually 62 scammers at this call center across 3 ISPs. Holy HE double hockey sticks. Each had like 400 to 700 connections. They've been using it for months. It's huge because 62 scammers having just 400 connections is 24,000 sessions. That's thousands of victim devices they no longer have access to. As much as the call center is still active and they're still going, you love to see them lose access to all that stuff. It's like that's a huge win.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, shoot. Hi, Steve.
Can you
How's it
hear me?
going?
Again, you called me?
Yeah, how are things going over there? I'm just curious.
Machida.
Hold on, what's 63 plus 10? That's 73?
Sorry?
Nothing? Oh no, he hung up. Do you think he is like, wait, there's something going on? It's hard to estimate the exact outcome of all of this. There were 355 scammer devices banned. If they had each connected to, say, 400 sessions, which is on the low end, that's 142,000 sessions. To get the number of victim devices that they lost access to, do we divide that by 10? Divide that by 20? Based on my conversations with AnyDesk, I'm comfortable saying that there was at least 10,000 devices saved through all of this, and that is a massive win. That's months of work that these scammers lost, and they may not be able to get in touch with some of these victims, convince them to download something so that they can gain access to their entire electronic life again. I wish that remote connection tools would do a better job of stopping this across the board, but it is good to see AnyDesk at least stepping up and working with scam baiters. Again, there really was no hacking involved, as much as I could say that. Much as I love taking scammers through crazy situations and making them put up with my crazy characters, it is nice to get a bunch of them shut down. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, know that you're valuable and that you matter. When I first started calling scammers, I had no vision of being a YouTuber or having any of this success. It's been absolutely crazy. I'm humbled and honored that you guys still
watch some RM, why not? What's the video I liked? Burning Man? Burning Man was pretty funny.
High love, I've been dreaming. Oh, hey guys. I didn't see you there. Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say you were here? I was doing something. Oh, shit, guys. It's a new week, a new us. So you know what that means.
You know what that means, guys.
That's right. Person of the day. Person of the day, even if it's just for one day. So it is absolutely our honor and privilege to welcome to the Person of the Day Hall of Fame. It's that monkey from TikTok who's absolutely goblining around a hotel room with zero remorse. Let's check him out. Here we go.
Oh god.
Hey monkey. Hey monkey. Hey monkey. What's this guy and monkey's name? Thabo and Ray. Go check out Thabo and Ray on TikTok. Guaranteed whatever Airbnb or hotel they're staying at, they were like, okay, no pets. There's no pets allowed. Oh, no. Absolutely not.
Let's begin this morning with the chaotic scene in the remote Black Rock Desert of Nevada.
Never heard of it?
One person has died at the Burning Man Festival, and some 70,000 people are stranded.
Oh,
NBC's Dasha Burns has details. Dasha, good morning.
Get Dasha in here.
Willie,
okay.
Good morning. That's right. A heavy rain event left attendees stuck in the mud during the festival. With more rain on the way, and overnight we learned at least one person has died. The Pershing County Sheriff's Office says the family has been notified.
To give us an inside perspective from the ground, I do want to welcome in Jim Colgan, one of the thousands trapped at Burning Man. I do want to mention Jim and I go back. We were both John S. Knight Fellows at Stanford. Jim, it is good to see you.
Okay, a little bit of unnecessary information there. We were both John Knight Fellows at Stanford. We hooked up a few times, but I didn't want anything too serious, and it got complicated. And then he's like, well, I mean, you made it complicated, I would say. Okay, we don't need to relitigate all that, all right? Even though that's what you do.
Things devolved. I know that you're being told to shelter in place. You say things really went downhill starting on Friday.
Oh, no.
And then all of a sudden, the heavens opened and it started pouring rain. So wherever people were, they were suddenly told they weren't allowed go on any of the art cars. No vehicles were allowed, not even bicycles. Then it was even very hard as a pedestrian to walk around. Trying to move around on the playa suddenly became a very difficult task because it turned into this slimy mud. And then the dawning realization came, wait a sec, if no vehicles can come, then the porta potties, the toilets around here that everybody uses, they could not be serviced.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
People were doing this. But there were no
Uber cars.
Okay.
This is new CNN drone video of people who came for the normally sun-soaked Burning Man festival, but extreme weather intervened.
They're doing
this video taken just a short time ago as the revelers were making their way out of the Black Rock Desert in Nevada. A storm dumped 2 or 3 months worth of rain in just 24 hours, 1 death.
Oh man, this really takes me back to my Burning Man days, I remember this one time I had built a 3-story bike, that looked like a psychedelic dragon.
bike.
It had a DJ booth on the handlebars where the brakes were supposed to be. And the first day of Burning Man, I fell off and died and went to hell. And when I came back as current me, is why I have a fear of bikes and DJs.
This is why.
Yeah, Alex, thank you. I know, a total mess there. I actually just spoke to a friend of mine who is still currently at Burning Man, and she just told me that, like, thousands of other burners, she is stuck and confined to her camp. People cannot move from camp to camp right now because it is so difficult and hard to walk through this mud. She said, like you mentioned right now, it's a little bit of a calm there because another storm, it's a calm before the next.
Yeah, as a veteran burner myself, these people are doing it all wrong. I don't know how they don't know this, but you're supposed to. When there's mud like that, you're supposed to do what we call a roll and revel. You're supposed to roll and revel in the mud. You're supposed to go like this. And then this.
Oh, I know why, because Monkey Ball.
You go like this.
Crashing.
Okay, so yeah, Burning Man does seem like it could be fun, but probably the funniest story that came out of this is this headline right here. Probably one of the funniest headlines that I've ever read. Diplo and Chris Rock rescued from Burning Man floods by fan after 6-mile walk. It does seem like there's a bit of a rich person version of Burning Man and then a normal person version of Burning Man. And Diplo and Chris Rock are definitely dressed in a way that would suggest they are in a very different version of Chris Rock is dressed in the absolutely opposite way you would want to be dressed for the. He's got like a brand new, very nice, very expensive looking New York Knicks jacket on. I mean, at this point, you gotta embrace the post-apocalyptic Mad Max nature of the thing, and these guys just are like, they just ripped the tags off these clothes. This made me think of that movie. I can't remember when that movie was made. What? In 2002, there was a movie called Jerry.
How the fuck did you get up here?
Where Matt Damon and Casey Affleck get lost in the desert, in the middle of the desert. I really want to pitch, if Greta Gerwig is watching, which she probably is, Diplo and Chris Rock, Lost in the Desert, next movie. I think it could be something. I think it's definitely something. So if you can, please like and subscribe and pass on to Hollywood what I just said. Clip it, please. So Chris Rock and Diplo walked 6 miles, and this is a funny quote from the article. This is from Diplo. They didn't believe we would walk 6 miles in the mud. No one believed we would get to DC for the show tonight, but God did. But God did.
God did.
Yeah, let's all take a moment of silence that God intervened in the Diplo not getting to his DC DJ show on time situation. Prayers up for Diplo and his DJ set. Thank God, thank God. Person died. God missed that one because he was busy on the DJ set of Diplo.
So I do think people are actually trying to leave. I think there's a viral video of Diplo showing off that he left. Not very cool, but good for him that he was able to get out. And, he definitely walked for quite a while. I think he walked all 6 miles of Gate Road. So that's good on him.
Oh God, that adds such a good element to the movie that needs to be made about Chris Rock and Diplo escaping Burning Man. Is that all the burners turn on them? It's a burn and turn, they call it. All the burners turn on all the burners turn on Chris Rock and Diplo. It kind of turns into a Butch and Sundance kind of thing where they're being pursued. Ooh, there could be a scene, right, where the burners are like hot on their trail, there's some like brush or something, and they're like, what is that? You hear that? You hear that beat? You hear that bass? Oh, it's unmistakably Diplo. They follow the DJ set and they get to it.
That is clearly
it's just a DJ set playing by itself. It was a red herring. It was a red herring.
I never
Diplo
knew.
And Chris Rock are long
Maybe
gone.
at one point
all
when
this
I
Burning Man talk, it really reminds me of my second Burning Man, where I was having a really bad trip
to Burning Man.
Not on drugs, but people were really mad at me because I ate all the food in our camp
if it was as
and
bad
then refused
as
to
it is
work,
now.
Which I just felt really attacked and gaslit by these people, and I really turned on them and ended up joining another camp where I did the exact same thing. So it was a real lesson for me about how you just can't trust people. to be cool about you and you just being yourself, you know?
No, I know that, but what the fuck are you doing? There's a traffic jam 10 miles down there.
You guys are out of your fucking mind. People gonna run out of gas, water, like.
Yeah, you're telling us.
You know nothing.
You're
You know
stopping
nothing. Like, cool, we're making a fucking stand. We're all trying to go fucking burn.
Is that Diplo? Is that Diplo? The guy who's like, we're just trying to go fucking burn. He's got a lollipop. Oh, no, that's not Diplo. That's older Diplo.
This has been hours and hours of bullshit to get to this fucking point. Oh, good, but you should fucking know better than this.
What are you fucking doing here?
Hey.
You should fucking know better than this. This is
Ass
fucking
clowns.
bullshit. Like, what are you
Calm down. Okay, so this was the other thing at Burning Man 2023 that made the vibes go like this. All these people, they wanted to get in there to play
a crystal flute.
But some climate protesters blocked off, I guess it's like the one road into this desert area. They blocked it off, and there was this big confrontation between all the burners and all this crap.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm just trying to get in there and go like this.
Oh shit, I almost made that.
Why are you attacking people who are already harming people? We're not the ones causing the problem.
What's that guy saying?
Attack the big corporations. Attack the government. Don't attack us.
Oh.
We're all in the same boat here, guys.
This is the most liberal group of people you can find on the planet.
Okay, we got to take a look at this. I really appreciate this little filmmaking technique here. This what is this called? Like a whip pan? A pan? I don't know what the hell. But check out, this works so well. Wait for the pan over to the other guy. Here we go.
Advocate for change. If we can make a full city of 100,000 people in the desert with zero resources on a dry lake bed, we can actually change some policies.
Not the fucking road. People need to make money.
Oh man.
They don't care about working class people. They don't care about us. I am a working class person trying to go to work. Me too, brother.
Oh, man.
Care about us.
Oh boy,
Doesn't
jeez.
care about us.
Kind of a weird vibe at this year's Burning Man, it seems like. And then they're doing this in the mud.
It's weird.
Okay, but now here it is. The funniest quote from Burning Man 2023. Check out this lady. She gets into a whole debate with the climate people. Check this out.
I support this planet. Like, fuck you.
I support this planet. Fuck you. Oh boy, so a little bit of a sticky situation there, but of course, you know, where we get all our news, conservative media, they're really going like this. So let's check out one of the most genuine and authentic news people of all time. That's right, Gwyneth Shapiro.
Especially after the last year and watching all these videos literally across the world of you causing mayhem, really nobody cares. They just want to move on with their life. You are literally causing people to hate the environment every single day.
I love that. You're getting people to hate the environment, you know? You block off the road, people aren't just mad at you, they hate the environment now. They want to destroy it.
There is one road that
Right.
leads out of Burning Man. It leads to Burning Man in the desert. And these pricks were causing a backup for miles.
Wait a sec. These pricks?
Oh shit.
Did Gwen
what the
Shapiro
fuck?
just reveal that there's like a 45-year-old
good
guy
right
from
now? What the
Boston who
hell?
writes her scripts or something? Yeah, some f***ing pricks out there with doing some climate crap. I don't know what the hell. Hey, it's me, Bill Burr. You fucking pricks, get out of the road. You know, whatever. All right, but anyway, this girl is the queen, the absolute queen of the ad read transition. Check this out.
Not to mention, it is hot. We've been dealing with a heat wave, and this is in California. Like, if those cars run out of gas, people lose AC, you have a serious problem very, very quickly. Like, people bring their animals to Burning Man. Imagine sitting in the car with your dog who is panting and so dehydrated. Obviously, that's not healthy. If your dog is not healthy, you need rough greens. Now, as you guys
Okay.
know, there is very little that I love
Okay.
more than my
Come
dogs,
on.
Rocky and Tater, which is why I love being
Come on,
partners
lady.
with rough greens. Naturopathic dogs.
Come on, lady.
You're a moron.
And even though the tribal ranger knew that, I think he was more concerned because of something that he was told when the call was made.
Okay.
He had been told that the activists had a weapon. So the cops handled the situation well, in my opinion. This is some info from the Daily Mail. The
Okay.
ranger, who has not been publicly identified, was reportedly responding to a call
don't know
in
about
which
that.
officers were told that the activists had a weapon.
Right.
So he
yeah,
plowed.
they usually say that, right. Yeah, so this weird little creep of a lady is just like reveling in the fact that the cops arrested these people, knocked down their crap and all this. I watched the whole raw video of the interaction between the burners and the climate people and the cops and all this crap. You can find it online. You know, it's just like, I don't think I'm on anybody's side here. You know, I've met burners in my life, you know, and the weird thing, it's kind of a mix, you know. You know, there's cool people who just want to go and have fun and all this crap. But it does seem now like there's a lot of what I call rich creeps trying to fill a spiritual void. There's a lot of that. And then there's just people who want to do drugs in a tent.
Fuck.
And then there's like probably a handful of aspiring cult leaders. It's a mix. Yeah, so I don't know if this is the most well-planned climate action, because what the main climate protest lady was saying was like, come on, guys, we need to band together and fight against this. You know, and you're like, yeah, I don't know. It seems like a tough coalition to mobilize, you know. Half the people there just want to do drugs in a tent. So then it's a situation, you know, all these people backed up for miles trying to get by, people trying to get out, whatever. So you really need some socially intelligent people to diffuse that situation, but instead the cops came.
Drowning Man update. We got 3/4 of an inch of rain. Travel is impossible. And there's about 70,000 people stranded on a barren lake bed. Unfortunately, burners are badass and brought all the supplies we need. Or most of us. We got people who came by bus camped on the edge of the city. They're in pop-up tents and at risk of getting hypothermia. But we don't need outside help. We're going to bind together, get radically self-reliant, dry out the furniture, and keep the party going. The alternative is to fall into despair, roll over, and die. And we all have a choice in how we're going to handle this. So everyone open up your Starlink satellites so people can communicate with their families. Make an expedition to the edge of the city with food and water. And don't fight anybody, because we're all in this together. Bury those negative thoughts in gratitude for your life, because a couple people didn't make it last night. And know that we're all going to clean up this mess and get out of here. This is the hand we were dealt this year, and together we're going to get through it.
I love the TikTok cadence. It's amazing how that just spread so quickly. Guys, we weren't dealt the best hand this year. There's inches of rain and mud, but let's stay positive. And we are going to catch Chris Rock and Diplo. And when we find them, we are going to put the bee baskets on their head. And we are going to tie them to the man while it burns. So let's stay positive and get rid of those negative thoughts, guys.
I want to show you guys reality to Burning Man right now. I think it's over. We're done. Yesterday was rain, and now it's like dirt everywhere, and you can't even walk. Cars can't move, so everyone's stuck. And it's insane. It's insane, extreme experience. What I didn't expect. I'm dirty, I'm dusty, and I want to go home.
Oh, no. Yeah, I watched a bunch of these first-hand videos, TikTok videos and all this crap from Burning Man. And there's a lot of people who are making the best of it. They're just, like, having a good time. They're dancing to some house music in the mud. They're going like this. Listen to that music. You know, they're going like this. What? But then there's a handful of these that I saw that are like, why were you there in the first place? Like, why did you even go to... Why would you even want to be there when it's not covered in mud? Some of them seem like... Some of these first-hand accounts seem like people who would be... They're like, their day would be ruined by a wrong order in a restaurant in LA or something. This really reminds me of my 2022, I want to say, Burning Man, where I had a drone that I had made to look like the Joker. I had this drone that I had dressed up to look like the Joker, and of no fault of my own, allegedly, it crashed into the camp that was mean to me in the previous story, and the camp caught on fire and 4 people died, allegedly. Allegedly. Well, no, they did die, but allegedly they died.
This climate change crisis.
Oh my God.
They're going to create it into an emergency. And Alex, I want to talk about Burning Man for a minute.
Oh, thank God.
We are watching, you know, from a distance.
Okay.
There are approximately like 73 or 75,000 people in Nevada.
And they're locked in there from floods. And I'm glad I was going to raise that.
Shit.
They literally did a mock sacrifice and all this, and then it flooded with these tornadoes, and it was. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, you know, God has a way of making sure everyone knows who God is.
It's
I never sucked any ding dongs.
So what? At Burning Man? Nobody asked, man. Calm down.
Go,
yeah, so
go.
God's footsteps are all over Burning Man.
I just,
That's when
like,
he was
skip
carrying
over
you
them.
in the mud. Sound like this.
Oh,
God was
shit,
pissed
that was
off
so lucky.
about the idolatry and
I didn't hit the
adultery,
button.
probably, maybe. I
So
don't know.
never mind.
He's pissed off, so he sent a flood. He's like, what, like 30, 40 years late on this one? So he had other shit going on or something.
Shit.
But also, remember, God was like, oh, Diplo's there. Got to save his ass. Got to save his DJing ass.
75,000 people in Nevada desert right now at this Burning Man. They're locked in. They're not allowed to leave. And they're basically probably being brainwashed that climate change is the cause of all of it.
Well,
it's the root of all evil, and it's going to destroy the earth. And they're feeling the panic and the
Okay, well, let Alex talk. Give Alex a chance.
Saying that, this is because you didn't know about climate change.
Yes. So what's going to happen, Alex, It's the same thing, same way they launch any kind of movement. After this is over in Burning Man and these 75,000 people disperse and they go back home, they're going to have these stories to tell and how terrible it is and how we have to do everything possible to stop climate change.
That's pretty good. MTG might actually be one of the more honest politicians, accidentally, of course. Accidentally honest. Because first of all, she's basically like, I don't give a shit about these people. Like, God is striking them down with furious anger, you know? First that. Because usually with a standard politician, it would be like, okay, our thoughts and prayers are with these people who are trapped in the mud and one of them died and their toilets are overflowing with this. Their toilets are going like this. Toilets. You know, our thoughts and prayers are with them. But she's basically like, F them, God hates them. And also, my main concern, my segment on InfoWars is how I'm concerned that these people might think that this is climate change related. That's my main concern. These people might get propagandized.
Alex, I'm just worried these people get to chatting. You know, you got nothing else to do in there. They get to chatting and they might just start get something, beliefs that I don't like.
You gotta love her. She's just like, I'm just really concerned about the propaganda. I'm just really concerned about these people might be spreading propaganda after this. By the way, it's definitely not related to climate change. And then Alex Jones goes,
I've been in bed with probably 300 women.
Okay. Doesn't seem related, but, you know, very, very proud of you. Oh, God. But it really takes me back to, I think, it was like, I want to say 2000
Sorry, what other year could she be saying?
I want to say it was like 2001. I think it was around September 2001. I was burning and I had eaten a rotten CBD gummy. So I was a little, and I had mixed up the days a little bit. So I actually took it upon myself to set the man on fire. I lit the man, I believe a week before it was supposed to happen. So nobody got to make their wishes or anything. And they were really harsh on me for that. In fact, I wasn't supposed to come back. Well, guys, it does seem like some people still had fun at that thing, so God bless them. Hope you had fun, you know. Guys, let's not go into it as far as the day of the week is concerned, because frankly, it's not right. It's not right. But remember, it's just for one day. Love you guys so much. All right, look at me. Look at me. Love you guys so much. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Oh, hey, guys.
Guess what? You're not even getting the whole show. If you want every episode and a whole bunch of other
subscribe on Patreon.
Subscribe to RM Brand. Oops.
Who do you see as that inspirational figure that represents your generation? Like, you can go out there and say, that could be my president.
I support President Trump because he represents freedom.
I don't think we're tough on crime enough.
In Texas, I feel like they just see you as a rare gem. That's the way that I feel about it. They're like, oh, you want to be a trad wife? Perfect. That, like, my dream is to be a mom, like, is to be a wife. Like, that's what I want. And when men hear that, it's like, they want that.
I think when someone enters into any contractual agreement, such as taking out loans for college, there's an obligation to pay that back.
COVID still exists in California, apparently.
The Republican Party is well aware of the fact that young voters pose an obstacle to their electoral chances in the future, and that problem is only going to get worse because 18 to 29-year-olds aren't just more progressive than older generations, they're actually getting more progressive over time. So this Harvard Youth poll finds that young people have actually become more progressive when it comes to several issues since Donald Trump's election in 2016. And as Greg Sargent of the Washington Post explains, demographer William Frey and his colleagues calculate that by the 2036 presidential race, Gen Z will represent 35% of eligible voters. They're growing up in a 21st century America that's far more diverse, inclusive, and globally connected than the 1950s and 1960s America of the GOP's base, Frey told me. Quote, they're going to shun the Republican Party as they get older. Exactly. So if this trend continues, then that will spell doom for the Republican Party. So they know that they have to respond, and they can respond in one of three ways. First of all, they can complain and call for the voting age to be raised to 21 or even 25 if you're presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, but that wouldn't be very popular. In fact, Vivek's own staff objects to the idea, but that is one response. They could also try to appeal to voters directly by doing voter outreach. Now, the way that they go about this can range. They can try to make a policy appeal or try to pander a la fellow kids, make it seem as if conservatism is hip and cool. But they don't necessarily have to change anything per se, but just the mere attempt that they are trying to reach out to young voters and say, hey, we want your vote. That is one way to respond. And finally, they can stop being utter dog shit and actually embrace policies that young people support, and then perhaps they will naturally gravitate towards the GOP. I can't even say that with a straight face. We all know that that's completely out of the question, which leaves them with the two former options. And since the 26th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution bars age-based restrictions on voting once you're over 18, well, that first response isn't actually a real option for them either, which means that they're left with one choice. They've got to pander, and that is exactly what they are officially trying to do. So there's been a couple of examples of right-wing propagandists trying to directly reach out to young voters. For example, Fox Business host Maria Bartiromo hosted a Young Conservatives Week where she brought on young conservatives like Tommy Loren to talk about young people problems. Also, Fox News host Lawrence Jones hosted several panels with young voters, and Alex Clark of Turning Point USA hosted a cute conservative panel where they made an appeal to young women, and that was very, very interesting. But so far, based on what I've seen, and I've watched all of these videos, to say that their outreach to young people is not going well would be the understatement of the century. So we're going to look at a couple of examples here, and you're going to see what I mean. So the first being the cute conservative panel by Turning Point USA's Alex Clark. This entire thing felt like a psyop to me to convince young conservative women that the way that they can attract boys, perhaps the best way to attract the best boys, is to be conservative. And the way that I'm setting this up makes it seem a lot better than it is in actuality, because this was incredibly condescending and patronizing. But they know that young women in particular pose a threat to them, given that young women are smart enough to realize that this party is going after their reproductive health. But just watch the way that they make this appeal to young women and say, hey, this is why you should be conservative.
Let me ask you guys something. Do you feel like you stand out in a good way to boys because you're conservative? Like, are they like, you're conservative, you're posting all of these conservative beliefs?
They see you as like a gem.
Because some of you aren't old enough to drink yet, but I mean, when I'm going out and stuff, like if I get asked at a bar, what do you do for a living? And I say, oh, I work in politics. Oh, so what does that mean? I say, I'm conservative. They flock to me. They love it. They love it. They'll gather their friends around. They'll be like, this girl says she's pro-life. And then they want to have a whole discussion about it. So it plays well for me. So I'm curious, being younger, how it plays for you.
It's definitely like one of two extremes, because in California, it's either like, I can't believe you don't want to split the check. I can't believe you don't want to take care of your man, but like lead the relationship. Everyone is very, at least in my area, against religion, against just general, like the 10 Commandments, those kinds of conservative values and religious values, or having a faith at all. When men tend to hear that I'm conservative, they run away just as fast as the girls. But when I go out of state, it's completely opposite reaction.
So you need to leave California.
Do high school guys bring up that you are really into politics?
Usually they're into like fishing and hunting.
Do you think they find you intimidating?
Really
I think so.
cool
Possibly.
stuff. Really
Yeah, I think all of us have been described as intimidating.
Really?
Stuff that really changes
I
the
have
world.
too. Or too opinionated, or it's intimidating because I already have everything figured out. I'm like, well, you got to catch up. You got a lot to learn.
In Texas, I feel like they just see you as a rare gem. That's the way that I feel about it. They're like, oh, you want to be a trad wife?
Fuck.
Perfect. Like you, because like I'm very upfront about that. Like my dream is to be a mom, like is to be a wife. Like that's what I want. And when men hear that, it's like they want that.
Is anyone
crave
else
for that?
Is anyone else on your campuses or at your school saying things like, oh, my biggest dream is to be a wife or a mom?
No, you don't hear that anymore.
Is it only career?
You heard it here first, ladies. If you want to find yourself a good man, just forego any career ambitions and let him know that you want to be a trad wife and you want to be in the kitchen barefoot making him sandwiches for the rest of your life. And you also don't want to go to college and get yourself an education, and you can take it from these ladies that that's a bad decision because 3 out of 4 of them who are in college say that college is bad.
Now you're in medical school, so this is different. So this is different. But for you three,
oh my
and you
God,
two,
I was going so fast.
you guys are both in college, and you're in high school. Do you feel like college has been a waste of time?
Yes.
Would you have still gone to college?
Yes and no. So I have to really work hard in school. I'm more creative, and like I could do anything else. But when you put like a history textbook in front of me, I have to really put in the work in order to get like good grades and everything. But when I was a freshman, I actually got sent home for 25 days because a person in my class tested positive for COVID, and my professor called me out for the whole entire class. And he said, oh, well, you're not vaccinated, so just go home. I'm a politics and law major, so I want to do something in the political world, and I'm going to a left-leaning university. I'm not learning anything. When I go to the Leadership Institute conferences and here, like Turning Point conferences, that's where I learn.
Yeah, college is so stupid. I'm literally not learning anything, but I'm still in it for some reason. But don't make my mistake. You definitely shouldn't go to college, but I'm going to remain in college. But don't go to college because you know you don't want to turn out like these liberal college educated folk here and end up voting Democrat. It's just so incredibly patronizing and insufferable, and if I were a young woman, I would be very pissed off and insulted if I saw that segment, because you're starting to see the general trend here, right? They're trying to market tradcon values to young women in particular by trying to make it seem as if, hey, young women, they only care about getting boys, so you can get a boy if you're a traditional conservative woman. And the way that it seems like they're trying to go about this is by getting other young people to preach about the benefits of traditional conservatism. Because I think that they're under the impression that young people will succumb to peer pressure or something, and if they can get conservatism to seem like a hip new trend that young people are all embracing, then maybe others will want to jump on the bandwagon too. I mean, it's difficult to sell though, which is a problem for them because conservatism is inherently lame and uncool and morally bankrupt, and they'd have an easier time selling salt to a slug, which leaves them looking desperate and out of touch as they did here. So they're not only pitching traditional conservative values to young women, however, they're also reinforcing the narrative that it's not just good to be conservative, but it's the only good option for young women, and all other women who are not conservative are sluts.
I've been told that it is absolutely impossible and an anomaly today for there to be a woman who is under 25 years old, unvaccinated, does not have an OnlyFans, and has a body count less than 10. True or false?
True.
It's almost impossible to find?
Oh, it's so impossible. Yeah. We go back to the fact that when men meet a conservative woman, they're like, you are a rare gem. I'm gonna put a ring on it so fast.
And I think the best part of coming on like Turning Point conventions and all these conventions, because we've been traveling together for the past 6 weeks, different conventions. And I think it's just great because like we're all the same here. Like I don't have to worry about feeling like, oh, we all dress adorable. No one dresses like the way that they shouldn't dress. So I feel like that's why we also like guys are like, wait, that one's different over there. Like she's dressed like not with her whole skin out. Like you know her stuff's not sticking out. Like everything. Back at home in New Jersey, like if you go out like you're like half naked, which is like why.
And then women get upset when they put themselves on display and they get the reaction from men like that. And it's like obviously you're literally displaying yourself like that. You're going to receive
like that and not expect a reaction. That's as simple as it gets. If you do, then just you can't walk around
because
and
of
get
what she was
offended
wearing,
or
guys.
mad or upset or angry
It happened
because
to you
someone
because of what you
responds
were
to that.
wearing.
Holy fucking shit. Honestly, watching that almost gave me a migraine, and seeing it again is just so triggering because it is insulting to think that they believe these young women are going to be able to bring in other young women into conservatism by basically slut shaming their peers. Well, be a conservative, otherwise you're a slut. We're the only peer good ones. It's just so insulting and sexist. I mean, they're basically saying here, if you are harassed by men for dressing a certain way, don't blame the man, blame the woman here because you're asking for it. I mean, I know boomers who would find that worldview antiquated and morally egregious because it is. Who thinks this way? This is fucking insane. They actually think that is going to bring in young women to conservatism, and not just any conservatism. We're not talking about libertarianism. We're talking about traditional conservatism. They think that's going to make it seem attractive as they stick their nose up and tell you that they're better than you and better than all the other women. It's just, it is insane to me. So this is why I say their attempt to appeal to young people, not going that well. But apparently, they think that's going to make conservatism look good to young women. All right, it's a bold strategy, but we'll fucking see. Now, we're going to come back to the cute conservatives in a moment. I can't believe I said that out loud. Cute conservatives is the worst word I've ever heard or said. But I want to get to a different video because there's another trick that right-wing propagandists use to appeal to young people. And it's an appeal to their very real sense of disillusionment, which is a better strategy, right? But it's their sense of disillusionment with the Democratic Party, which exists because young people are indeed dissatisfied with Biden and the Democratic Party. And so what they'll do is they'll have other young people also disillusioned with the Democrats pitch Republicans as the alternative. So here's how some ex-Democrat millennials responded when Fox News' Lawrence Jones asked them what they're looking for in a candidate.
Lydia, why did you leave the Democratic Party?
Yeah, isn't that the $1 million question? I left the Democrat Party when I was 24 years old. I voted for Obama twice. It really began with conversations at work with coworkers, and then it led to me just seeing the bias in TV shows like The View and late night TV.
Wait, you voted?
And then I just at some point realized I no longer support these values. The Democrat Party is standing for something that I no longer or had always had in my culture, the way I was raised. I just didn't support that anymore.
You're 24. The difference between 18 and 24 is 6 years. Am I missing something? Is that impossible? How did you vote for Obama twice? I'm stupid, so tell me if you know.
And the Republican Party supported those values more closely.
What about you, Sydney? Why did you leave the Democratic Party?
Yeah, so when I was in college, that was the first time that I voted, was when Donald Trump won the election. And on Smith, it's a women's college, so the whole campus was in mourning because Hillary Clinton didn't win the election. So it was a stark difference between then and 2020, when I had a lot of time on my hands, just like everybody else. And I really started to look into the Democrats, and I realized that none of my values aligned with them, and a lot of my values actually resembled that of the Republicans.
I'm sure that so many fucking millennials can relate to that. You know, I too was once a Democrat, but then I watched The View, and then I saw all of these triggered liberals on college campuses and thought, you know what, liberals are a little bit cringe, so I think I'm going to abandon my entire worldview, all of the policy positions that I support, and vote for a party that is going to let the planet cook us alive. That seems reasonable. I mean, it's so patronizing that they think young people will hear these stories and think that they didn't already form coherent political opinions based on serious issues. Like, how many people have seen The View and changed their entire fucking worldview, but this is what they think of young people. However, to his credit, Lawrence did speak to a lot of voters in early primary states, and for some reason, you know, the people that they tend to find don't really have the same priorities as most young people that I've talked to, right? But I mean, he's still talking to a lot of different people, but let's hear what they really care about.
Trevor, what about you? What's the number one issue?
I would say immigration as a whole, both illegal and legal.
Free speech is a big issue, especially on college campuses, with how conservative students are treated.
Well, there's a lot of issues right now, but I'd say the most important would be the deep state.
Broken families is probably at the forefront, and I think that
stems from this war on masculinity that we've been seeing.
National security is a big ticket item for me, and I pay attention to what candidates are saying about it.
I'm a pro-life Democrat, and I
Do they still exist?
We still exist. We still exist.
It's so interesting that you have that point of view because there's a lot of polling that suggests that Republicans should stay away from that issue because it could hurt them, and you don't believe so.
These are human beings being killed in our communities every day. And, you know, if there's any candidate on either side of the political aisle that wants my vote, you know, they're going to have to face the abortion issue head on.
It's impressive that they managed to find a Nazi and an anti-abortion Democrat for the same panel. I mean... How do they do that? It's honestly genuinely impressive. And I also find it funny how they tried to gaslight Democratic Party politicians on the issue of abortion and implied that they're going to have to be a little bit more anti-abortion to win over young people like that guy. Yeah, because he's definitely representative of all young Democratic Party voters, and that strategy has worked out so well for Republicans, right? Okay. Now, despite the unbearable level of dumb fuckery from those panelists,
sorry, I'm too hungry. I'm gonna get something to eat. Random stream end. Whatever.